Welcome to the deep dive. You sent us something really interesting this time, a blog post from Brandnook. They're a co-working provider in Indianapolis.
Yeah, Brandnook. It's all about the networking advantages in their spaces.
It definitely got me thinking.
Absolutely. And what they're talking about, it really reflects a pretty big shift we're seeing.
How so?
Well, it's not just about having a place to work anymore. The real value now includes like the human connection, the opportunities that pop up just from being around other people.
Exactly. So, okay, our mission for this deep dive is to pull out the main benefits of networking in these co-working spots.
Yeah.
We want to get why they're becoming so important.
For everyone, really. Individuals, freelancers.
Startups, even established companies looking for, I guess, a different vibe.
That's right. It feels like the old way everyone's stuck in their own office is really being questioned now.
Yeah, it seems like co-working spaces are more than just desks and Wi-Fi. They're trying to be these active hubs, right?
Yeah.
Fostering collaboration and connection.
Exactly. They're cultivating this whole ecosystem, and networking is, like, right at the heart of it.
Okay, so let's dig into the first big thing Brandnook mentions. Community and support. With so many people working remotely, it can get a bit, lonely.
Oh, for sure. The flexibility is great, obviously, but yeah, you can end up feeling kind of cut off, isolated, monotonous even.
You miss those little spontaneous chats, don't you?
Totally. Those water cooler moments, bumping into someone in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's often where ideas spark.
And that seems to be exactly what co-working spaces are trying to provide, a physical place where you're actually among other professionals.
Right. The Brannock article points out that just being there, physically present, helps fight that isolated feeling. It gives you chances to just interact.
It's interesting how they design them too, isn't it? It's not accidental.
Not at all. Many spaces are set up specifically to make people bump into each other. Communal kitchens, lounges, the way meeting rooms are placed.
Little collision points for conversation.
Exactly. Natural interaction points.
And it's more than just bumping into people, it sounds like. The article talks about actively engaging, bouncing ideas around, joining networking events or workshops they put on.
Yeah, which is a world away from just working alone at your kitchen table, right?
Definitely.
So, zooming out a bit, it feels like a major goal is building a real sense of community, belonging.
And that's not just fluff, is it? It actually helps people.
No, it has a real impact on well-being, feeling connected, supported, that can genuinely lower stress, improve mental health.
It's like they get that success isn't just about cranking out work. It's also about your environment, the people around you. Brando calls them holistic spaces.
Right, focusing on both professional and mental well-being.
You mentioned holistic. What else makes them holistic besides the community aspect reducing stress?
That's a good point. Well, beyond just the community and mental health lift, they often think about the whole professional picture, like providing different types of workspaces for different tasks, offering resources for learning new skills, even social events that kind of blend the personal and professional.
Ah, okay. So it's supporting the whole person, not just the worker bee part.
Exactly.
Okay, let's shift gears. Another big plus Brandnook highlights is expanding your professional network. They call co-working spaces fertile grounds for new contacts.
And that rings true, doesn't it? I mean, think about it. You've got people from all sorts of industries, different backgrounds, all in one place.
That mix itself creates opportunities you just wouldn't get in a typical office where everyone's kind of in the same field.
Right. That diversity is a huge networking booster.
The article mentions those like accidental meetings, chatting in the common area, sharing a table for coffee, quick questions in a shared space.
Yeah, and it's often those unplanned moments that lead somewhere interesting.
Totally unexpected connect.
Absolutely. You start talking about, I don't know, the weekend, and suddenly you find a potential collaborator or someone who needs your exact skills.
Or a new client, maybe even a whole new job opportunity.
Exactly. It's more organic than those, formal networking nights. These connections can lead to actual business ventures.
And it's not just peers, right? Brandnook talks about being near experienced pros, leaders in different fields.
Yeah, that access to potential mentors or just getting some quick informal advice from someone who's been there, That's incredibly valuable.
Especially if you're starting out or trying something new.
For sure. And those relationships often just develop naturally from seeing people around every day.
Plus, it's not all just face-to-face now. The article says lots of spaces use digital tools too, like online platforms or chat channels.
Right. So the networking doesn't stop when you leave the building. You can stay connected, share stuff, find out about opportunities online within that community.
That makes sense. Like dedicated Slack channels or something. Keeps it focused.
Exactly. It extends the benefits beyond the physical space. It really amplifies the whole networking effect.
Okay, next up. Creativity and innovation. Brandnook calls these spaces hotbeds for that stuff. Sounds pretty strong.
It does, but it makes sense when you think about it. You get that diverse mix of people we talked about.
Right.
And you encourage them to collaborate, share ideas, share skills. You're basically setting the stage for those aha moments.
The key seems to be valuing all those different perspectives.
Yeah, inclusivity. When everyone feels comfortable sharing, that's when the magic can happen.
It's that cross-pollination of ideas.
Yeah.
Someone from a totally different field looks at your problem and sees something you missed.
Exactly. Can you maybe give a quick example?
Sure. Like, imagine, say, a software developer is stuck on user experience. They chat with a graphic designer working nearby. And the designer brings this whole visual user journey perspective that the developer hadn't really considered deeply. Suddenly, the app design gets way better, more intuitive.
I see. That makes perfect sense.
And it's not just random sparks. The article mentions a culture of learning, too. People asking for advice, sharing what they know, workshops.
Right. It all feeds into personal and professional growth. And that growth then fuels more innovation down the line.
It's like learning just becomes part of the background noise, in a good way.
Yeah, you absorb things, you pick up skills almost by osmosis sometimes. It's a really dynamic learning environment.
Okay, so how does all this translate into, actual business growth?
Yeah.
Partnerships. Rajak says these places are powerful platforms for that.
Well, it ties back to what we've been saying, that open interactive design means entrepreneurs, freelancers, even people from bigger companies are just bumping into potential partners or clients all the time.
So a casual chat could genuinely turn into a strategic alliance, something that just wouldn't happen if everyone was siloed off.
Exactly. That's a huge potential advantage.
Are there specific ways spaces encourage this, like programs or something?
Yeah, some do. Good question. Some run events focused on specific industries, almost like matchmaking. Others might have mentorship programs or workshops aimed at getting people to team up on projects.
So they're actively trying to make those connections happen.
Right. They're moving beyond just providing the space and really trying to cultivate an environment where partnerships can actually form and grow.
And not just locally, right? With the tech they have, it can be global too.
Absolutely. They know collaboration often crosses borders these days, so they provide the tools to support remote teamwork and partnerships.
Okay, another interesting angle Brandnook raises is access to talent. They make a contrast with traditional offices where everyone's usually hired for a specific department.
Yeah, this is fascinating. You get this incredible concentration of diverse skills and experience all under one roof.
So many different sectors represented.
Exactly. And for businesses, especially those looking to innovate or grow, having that pool of talent easily accessible, that's huge.
The article calls it an informal marketplace for talent. People just sharing what they do, their skills.
Which is amazing for, say, a startup that needs some specific expertise for a short project but can't afford a full-time person.
Right, like that tech startup needing a UX designer for a bit. They might find one right there in the same space.
Precisely. It's a lifeline they might struggle to find otherwise, or it would take much longer through traditional hiring.
And it seems like the spaces themselves help make this happen through things like skill sharing sessions or hackathons.
Yeah, events where people can show off what they can do and companies can spot potential collaborators or even find their next hire.
It creates this really agile way for talent and opportunity to connect.
Exactly. Much more efficient sometimes.
Okay, last big point from Brandnook. It's a really relevant one today. Work-life balance. How co-working can help with those blurry lines between work and home.
Oh yeah, this is critical. We're always on, aren't we?
Totally.
So having a dedicated workspace, a place you go to work, helps create a clearer separation. You leave the co-working space, you can actually switch off mentally.
Engage with your personal life properly.
Right, that boundary is really important.
And the flexibility piece, many offer 247 access, don't they?
They do, which is great for people who don't work 9 to 5, or parents juggling schedules, or just night owls.
That control over your schedule must really help find a better equilibrium.
Absolutely. That autonomy is key for managing everything else, personal stuff, hobbies, family.
Plus, the article mentions the actual amenities. Some spaces seem to be really leaning into well-being, like having pet-friendly zones or meditation rooms, even gyms.
Yeah, it shows they're thinking about the members' overall well-being, not just their productivity, creating a supportive environment for a balanced lifestyle.
And we circle back to community again, don't we? Those social events and just chatting with people. That combats the isolation we talked about earlier.
Exactly. It's not just professional networking, it's building a supportive social network too, which is vital for feeling balanced and, well, happier.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. This dive into the Brandnook piece really highlights some powerful benefits of networking in co-working spaces.
Yeah, quite a few.
I've got fostering that crucial sense of community and support,
Expanding your professional network with all sorts of different people.
boosting creativity, driving innovation through that mix,
Providing real platforms for business growth and partnerships.
giving access to that diverse talent pool.
And finally, helping improve that tricky work-life balance.
It's really clear they offer so much more than just a place to plug in your laptop.
Definitely. They're dynamic ecosystems, actively designed to foster connection, innovation, and, yeah, a more holistic way of working. Things traditional offices often struggle with.
So for you, our listener, thinking about all these different benefits from finding that next big collaborator to just feeling less alone in your workday, how might plugging into a collaborative workspace environment change things for you? How could it reshape your own professional path and open up new chances for connection and growth?
Yeah, definitely something to hull over.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.